Tell me, Arsenal, what happened? That man right there was supposed to take you to your next Premier League title. But now, you are so far off already, this early on into the season. This team right here was supposed to be the one that just goes ahead and competes with Manchester City for the Premier League title. But as we all know, right now, it is Liverpool at the top with a 9-point gap to Arsenal already. And at Arsenal, we right now have 107 million to play with. That is a ton of money. But I've given myself a 3-season transfer embargo. Why? Well, because all these people thought they could get it done already.
Who's going to win the league this year? Gary?
Arsenal.
Premier League winners for next season, right? 3, 2, 1. Arsenal.
I am going for Arsenal to win the league.
Second Man City and then first Arsenal winning the Prem. It is our year. It can't happen 5 times in a row.
But I've got Arsenal to win it.
Yeah, I'll go Arsenal. This is their year.
Arsenal to win it. Finally.
And for me, obviously, the main goal is not just going ahead and winning the Premier League, but I have given myself the goal of winning major trophies in England within those 3 years of having the transfer embargo. After that, we will set ourselves the goal of going ahead and winning the Champions League as well. Ideally, I would like to finish on a treble, something massive like that that truly shows the potential of Arsenal, which is obviously an incredible football club. To start things off, I'm looking into the youth academy, trying to find someone that could be insane, and it looks like Vickers might be the only one. I'm going to promote him and send him out on loan like many other Arsenal youngsters. Arsenal is looking quite decent. We are seeing ourselves in the quarterfinals of Champions League football losing to Barcelona. But don't lose your hope, because in the Carabao Cup, we lost on penalties against Manchester City. But again, do not lose your hope. We are looking at a team that has won the Premier League title in the first season. No transfers, nothing. This team is exactly as it was at the beginning, and we are instantly seeing a 13-point gap to Manchester City, and Liverpool is nowhere to be seen, showcasing that, yes, the talent was obviously there at Arsenal. And I gotta say, I didn't expect this to happen in 1 season, but man, these guys have done really, really well. Growth-wise, we're looking at Odegaard at a 90, Declan Rice up to an 88, still turning him into a centre midfielder. Saka now 90 rated, officially world-class at that stage, obviously. Martinelli 86 rated, a player that hasn't really been able to pull off good, consistent performances. A player that a lot of Arsenal fans seem to be frustrated with. And if you had to put down Arsenal's biggest issue this season, let me know. What do you think is it? Is it just injuries, or is it something else about this team that just doesn't seem to work as well as people expected it to be? But let's just quickly go over into the squad hub to realize the top scorer of this team is a right winger. 42 and 20, 62 goal contributions by Bukayo Saka. And here's the thing. In my opinion, Arsenal has to win some trophies soon enough, because this guy could turn out to be too good for your team. I'm not even joking. Saka is an incredible, incredible talent. And in my opinion, that man deserves to win trophies. And if he cannot do it at Arsenal, I can see at some point a massive club come in and say, you know what? We want you.
Come to daddy.
So, the main goal of winning the Premier League has been achieved in Season 1, but there's so much more to go for. Now, understand that we do have an amazing team, and by the way, Merino is part of the starting 11. I forgot about that, but one thing we need to look at is we might not need transfers for now. We have 2 more seasons of the transfer embargo, but we see Vieira coming in with a 79 rating from his loan deal. We see other players returning, like Sambi Lokonga as well. We have like 4 left backs. We have Tierney. We have, obviously, Kivior. We have, where is he? Zinchenko and Tavares returning from his loan deal as well. This Arsenal side has a lot of depth in a couple of positions. But going forward, there will be one thing we need to take a look at. Even though we have a transfer embargo, it could be something that hits us big time.
Big time.
Right here, we have a wheel that will have a massive impact on this career mode. It has sell or keep on it. Let's see what's going to happen right here, right now. It's keep, which means this season we get lucky enough and none of our starters are going to be sold. Season 2, and I'm still impressed because Arsenal has once again won the Premier League title. Back-to-back 2 seasons. That's what we have pulled off right here, which is something I never expected, really. I thought it was going to be 3 seasons with a transfer embargo and we're not going to really make it to anything. maybe in the third season win it because we have a bunch of young players that can grow nicely. But Champions League football, we're obviously not part of the final. We somehow miraculously lost against AS Monaco, and let's be real, Thierry Henry's one main regret in his footballing career is the fact that he never managed to win a European trophy with Arsenal. And that is something that we're chasing down right now. And obviously not just that. We want to go ahead and achieve what Manchester United and Manchester City have pulled off, which is the treble. So Arsenal, we still have a lot of work to do, but I appreciate the fact you've shown that you can win the title back-to-back. Shout out to Aston Villa. They have done quite well there themselves, but this is how the team is looking right now. And clearly, anyone can tell that the quality within this starting 11 is absolutely ridiculous. Like, seriously. I mean, you look at the age profile as well. 2 seasons in. Raya, oldest possibly, 30 years old. Saliba, 25. Gabriel, 28. Calafiori, 24. Ben White, 28. Declan Rice, 27. Merino, 29. But he hasn't really necessarily already become like a huge part of the team. So we don't need to consider that too much. But Ødegaard, the captain, 27 years old. Martinelli, 24. Saka, 24. Havertz, 26. Like, what I'm trying to tell you here is that we have a team right here that truly, if it does get it right, if this team starts winning trophies, I think it's going to be incredibly hard to stop them. And who was the unstoppable one this season? It was Bukayo Saka once again, 41 and 13. The guy is coming up with the best performances. Kai Havertz, good performance actually. Well done. Same for Martinelli there, but surprised to see that Merino has scored more goals than Ødegaard, but the man himself has 16 assists to his name alongside 13 goals. The last season of no transfers coming up now. Okay, Arsenal, you're really impressing me right now because I'm seeing you at the top of the Premier League once again, ahead of Manchester City and Liverpool. And that is exactly the type of league table people were expecting this season. Arsenal first, Man City second, Liverpool third, Chelsea in the top 4, Spurs in 5th, and Manchester United in the 6th position. Having said that, don't think too many people had Man United in 6th, but anyways, let's take a look at the Community Shield. It has been won by Arsenal. FA Cup, it hasn't been won by Arsenal. It was lost in the final against Brighton. The Carabao Cup has also not been won by Arsenal, so clearly they are not the dominant force yet. But this Arsenal side got past Newcastle in the Champions League and then got past PSG to now face the biggest Champions League club of all time, Real Madrid, in this final, which we will go ahead and sim in front of your eyes to see if this team, this one right here, is capable of greatness. If this team can win the double. Go ahead, Arsenal. Show me what you got. It's a 2-0 loss. Some dude named Robinson scores in the 84th, and before that, it's Vinny Jr. We are not there yet. And look, at the end of the day, we do get a parade for the Premier League trophy, but there was so much more to be won this season, and at this stage, seeing the strength of this team with no transfers made, in my opinion, we shouldn't be just celebrating one trophy. This team should actually be aiming towards becoming the best in Europe because clearly the potential is there. And again, it's Bukayo Saka leading the line, 93 rated at this stage. Martinelli, 37 and 8. A season like that would make him legendary at Arsenal. Kai Havertz with 18 and 8. Not that great this season, we gotta say that. Ødegaard, 13 and 11, double digits in both of these things. So a double-double for Ødegaard in basketball terms. But Calafiori, our left back, coming up with 12 goal contributions himself. I mean, very, very impressive. But my friends, we need to do even better than this. So now, as we go into the upcoming season, where we finally have the transfer ban lifted, things can change. A star is walking into the club. 3 years of no transfers, and now finally Arsenal can go for an actual striker. Now here's the deal. Obviously, many strikers in world football have been linked to Arsenal. The likes of Gyökeres, who has been linked to plenty of teams in the Premier League, who obviously would be outstanding. The likes of Alexander Isak, as a Thierry Henry regen, for example, has been linked to Arsenal many times as well. Now, for me, Boniface was the choice because the way he plays for Leverkusen. This guy is not just great in front of goal, or at least can be great in front of goal. He's also very good on the ball. He's very good in linking up his teammates around him, he and also Grimaldo and Wirtz and all those attacking players that you have at Bayer Leverkusen play incredible football. And for that reason, due to the footballing philosophy of Xabi Alonso, I thought, why not just move across here to Arsenal and basically play for another Spanish coach? Now, here's the deal as well. He is coming in as a backup striker at first. Boniface, though, should be the clear number one, and there's going to be a battle between him and Kai Havertz. Havertz is higher rated, so good luck to you, Boniface. If you can take that position, it's yours. Before we get going, though, here goes the spin of the wheel. Keep or sell. The starting 11, it's going to be sell. Who am I selling?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I've made my decision. It's fallen on Merino. It was the easiest one, the one that hasn't been here long enough, and we sold him for 98 million to Liverpool, possibly making them stronger because he's obviously a very high-rated player. But I also let go of Gabriel Jesus. He is not needed here anymore. We have Boniface and Kai Havertz fighting it out. He is not going to be playing in this team. And Vaneri and Vickers, the youth academy talent, have been sent out on loan again, both still with very high potential. And at some point, they might return and play. And now it's time to replace Merino with another exceptional Spanish talent. Pablo Barrios for Atletico Madrid. Last season, we already saw a lot of him. This season, possibly even more. This guy is extremely gifted defensively and offensively. One of the most exciting talents coming out of Spain, in my opinion, right now. So, we have signed him for 100 million. And the reason why is he's coming in with an 86 rating. So, Merino leaves with an 88. Barrios joins with an 86. But obviously, still a bit of upside and upgrades our squad in terms of youth and potential moving into the future. And seriously, this team just, yeah, it's insane, isn't it? It really is. Arsenal, the prospect of it is actually really scary for English football. The dominance of Arsenal continues in Premier League football, even though it's getting tight. City, 87 points, same as we did, but seemingly we had a better attack. And that probably could be down to Boniface, but I don't know. I'll show you right now. Havertz on a 90. Boniface on an 89. Okay, the battle continues. Havertz keeps his position. Barrios up to an 89. Defensively, Calafiori up to an 87 as well. Raya at a 94. I can't remember the last time I had a 94 rated goalkeeper. That is ridiculous. But let's go ahead and take a look into this right here and show who has been the main man. It's Bukayo Saka, 43 and 11. Martinelli after him. Kai Havertz, 23 and 8. Very, very good stuff there. And Boniface only got 7 games. Bro, play him. He's 89 rated. Anyways, saying that, real quick, we need to look into Champions League football. Because obviously, the one thing we want to achieve with Arsenal is not just dominating England. It's also dominating Europe. And ideally, getting to that level of a Manchester City and obviously Manchester United, who have won the treble in the past. And as I'm looking here, we are going into the quarterfinals, and we are not part of it. As I go into the round of 16, you'll see we got beaten by Napoli. So even though we might have technically the best team, we have not been able to go after this treble yet, and it surprises me, but it also motivates me. Arsenal, here we are again. FA Community Shield, we got beaten 4-0, but seemingly we have learned something from it, because Arsenal won the Premier League again in front of Manchester City. We made it look easy, 90 points, 11 ahead of that rival squad, which honestly, at this stage of the video, I want to know from you guys. Do you actually think that Arsenal does have that potential? Do you think that that team, with its players, as it is right now, can actually become just pure greatness? I think there is that potential there. But again, as I said before, probably, that one trophy, that one major trophy will get everything kickstarted. And as long as this Arsenal team doesn't win it, we're all safe as non-Arsenal fans. But 90 points on him right there. In the FA Cup, it's a massive win. 3-1 against Aston Villa, who have done really well so far, by the way. In the Carabao Cup, we lost. So not winning 3 trophies yet. But the big treble is on, because in the Champions League, we got past Benfica 6-3. In the quarterfinals, it was Barcelona 3-2. In the semi-finals, 3-1 against PSG to now face Bayern Munich. That is going to be some battle, especially a somewhat emotional one as well. If you remember how many times Bayern Munich has kicked out Arsenal out of the Champions League over the past 10 years. It's been insane. So this is possibly the perfect matchup. Talking about perfect, this is the team. 93 Martinelli, 91 rated Kai Havertz. Boniface, also 91 rated. He'll be getting some playtime as well. Depending whoever scored the most goals this season, that person gets to play. Saka on a 95. Odegaard, 94. Declan Rice, 92. Barrios, 91 there. Calafiori, the lowest rated player in the team, with an 89 as a left back. Gabriel, Saliba, and Ben White, and also Raya, looking insane. On the bench, Nwaneri has returned from his loan deal. He's now here as an 81 rated player. And we also have the youth academy talent Vickers, who we signed in the first season, to come through and be sat on the bench as we take on our Champions League opponents. Now, is it going to be Boniface or is it going to be Kai Havertz up top? That question answers itself quite easily as we see Havertz has delivered 30 and 11. And again, the guy can do it, but I just don't see it happening on a consistent basis, and especially on an upwards trajectory. I don't believe in it. So for me, Arsenal needs to get someone like Boniface, ideally, to really push towards that big title coming up and have competition in the striking position. But Saka, 50 and 21, 71 goal contributions. Mate. Wow, Martinelli 33 and 15, Odegaard 16 and 17, Barrios 7 and 16. I love what this team has done, and I cannot wait to see what type of Bayern Munich team we're going to be up against. They are going to be coming in with, hold on, let's go into the opponent analysis real quick. Endrick up top, supported by Garnacho, Musiala, Guilherme. Okay, Tonali at CDM. Defensively, Matsin, Mavisa, Mosquera, Andrews, and Costa. Doku, Takefusa, Kubo on the bench. Okay, those two probably will play. This is going to be a mental matchup.
It's gonna be metal!
I gotta say, this Arsenal side should easily be getting past this Bayern Munich squad, which worries me the most, because I feel like I'm going to concede at least one goal. But here we go. Our defense, technically, is the best in the world. Our midfield is possibly the best in the world at this stage, and the attack is so as well. And all of this with barely any signings. That is the quality that Arsenal has, and that's how highly EA actually rate them as well. If you guys didn't know, every team in the game has a number attached to them. Arsenal is actually ID'd as the #1 team in the game, so surely someone had something to say there to make them the #1 team in their statistics. And look, when I talk about Arsenal not having won anything major yet, I'm talking about like Premier League title, a European title, something like that. FA Cup and all that stuff is fine, don't get me wrong. But after all, I think Arsenal fans want to see themselves go ahead and win the Champions League, the Premier League, and Kai Havertz has sat down one defender to go and score by himself. The disrespect I've shown this man by possibly wanting to replace him with Boniface was probably wrong. I mean, he has just gone ahead and done that in a Champions League final. What else do you want? He was always extremely talented at Bayer Leverkusen. I just don't think he's a striker. But then, what position does he actually play? It's like a false 9? Like a number 10? I actually think here's what's going to happen. Manchester City is going to be hit with a couple of charges, right? Some of those will probably hit them hard, and they might just crumble and fall apart. That's what I kind of wish for, because I actually really want the title race between the classic Premier League clubs to come back, you know? I want the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Manchester United, the likes of Liverpool to be up there competing for trophies. And for that to happen, we all need to get rid of Manchester City. So if those charges come through, all those Manchester City players will have to find a new home. And if that actually happens, if they actually go down into the 2nd, 3rd division, I'm just living in fantasy world right now. If it does happen, I wonder, where do those players move to? What teams? Do some of them go to Arsenal because they already work together with Mikel Arteta? I think that's the most natural thing that could happen to the City players. And if they add in a couple of the Manchester City players into their squad now, how insane would that be, by the way? So, yeah. Let's see what happens with those charges. Bukayo, jump up and score, please. But if City do fall apart, I can see loads of them moving to Arsenal. Kai Havertz is actually injured 51 minutes in. I might have to take Havertz off this game. Okay, let's be aware of this. Whoa, that was some nice movement. Whoa, what the? Oh, no, it's Musiala, isn't it? Musiala is like the most unstoppable. What the hell has he just done? He's just going through with skill after skill after skill. The most annoying player to play against, especially if you have competitor mode and player-based difficulty on. He goes crazy. Saliba. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was not ideal. Gabriel, what? That was a perfectly fine tackle. I thought that was fine. What happened? Gabriel is going for the tackle. Did he not touch the ball? Bro, that looked like the easiest tackle he could have ever gone for. And now it's Musiala. Can he bring Bayern Munich back into this? I really hope he does not. I want that treble. Musiala. Bottom left. He goes the opposite way and picks up the ball as if to say, we're not here to draw and go into extra time. We want to win this. Saliba, you gotta win that, Saliba. There we go. 85 minutes in. Down the right we go with Bukayo Saka. Can we go ahead and score the winner? Bukayo Saka gets past one. Still sprinting forward. Kai Havertz in support. I do find him. And I thought that was in. That looked very good from Kai Havertz. 89 minutes in. Doku comes on for Garnacho for Bayern. Bayern attacking us now with the likes of Endrick. That's some really nice movement there. Saliba can't stop him. It's Doku. Doku gets stopped in the end. And the ref blows the whistle. We go into extra time. This is not done yet. Oh no. That's too easy. Another penalty. Gabriel, what are you doing? Brother, what are you doing? Oh, Gabriel. He can be so incredible, but he can also make a lot of mistakes as he did in the past. Now, it's Can Uzun. It's 2-1 Bayern. I need to come back somehow. We need to make this happen. This Arsenal side deserves more. I've been terrible defensively. Odegaard gets taken out. Finally, a yellow card coming in for Bayern Munich as well. Oh, he got a red. That's a red card for Tonali. Oh boy, here we go then. Let's do this. Adios. Havertz. Come on, don't lose it. Lovely pass. Barrios. You're kidding. You're actually kidding, Barrios. Time for a change. We're bringing on Boniface. Am I bringing on Nvaneri? No, I am bringing on Vickers. Yes, this youngster has been waiting for his chance since the youth academy. Go on then, lad. Bukayo and Arsenal known for scoring off of corners. And I nearly pulled it off as well. Vickers running forward. Has one in support. Martinelli. Exceptional turn. Martinelli cuts in. Finds the pass. Declan. Bukayo. Yes! Bukayo Saka. 2-2. 15 minutes to go. Unbelievable moment for Arsenal. From this moment on, lads, we cannot let go of this title. The Champions League needs to go to North London. You know what, Barrios, I'm taking you out. I'm putting on Nvaneri. He's taking over at centre midfield position. Actually, let's drop Odegaard and put Nvaneri up top. And defensively, Gabriel, I'm going to have to take you out. Timber comes on now. Yes, run. Boniface. Good. Bukayo. Make a run downwards. Thank you very much, Bukayo. Wait. Find Nvaneri. He goes for the heel-to-heel. Nvaneri back. Over to Odegaard. Left-footed. Crossbar. Boniface. Boniface makes it 3-2. Oh no, he's offside. He's actually offside. I can't believe this. What a Champions League final that is. As Odegaard is shooting, he is actually offside. Bayern Munich tried. They can't get past our youth academy lad. Vickers is the one to stop them. In the center, Nvaneri looking for Saka. Bukayo, can he win it all? I cannot believe what I've just seen. Diogo Costa, what the hell, man? 121st minute. He pulls off that save. Come on, Arsenal. You've done this many times. We can do this again. Off a corner. Boniface! Victor Boniface has scored in the last minutes of this game. And he now takes Arsenal to the treble. So after all, it was the right decision to sign him. Even Kai Havertz stands up and claps him on. Bukayo off another corner like he does in real life so many times. And Boniface just standing in the air against two defenders, Lima and Uzun. And no one can stop him. And the ref has to blow the whistle, and he does. Bayern Munich, this is for all the times you've kicked Arsenal out. Specifically, I believe, in the quarterfinals in the past. They have something to celebrate. The biggest trophy of them all. And again, here's that moment where we lift up the invisible trophies. This was so much fun. Bukayo Saka is the one to lift it. He got the assist in the last minute. Boniface scored it, and Arsenal, well and truly, have so much potential in them. A squad that, if it keeps staying together and keeps adding to it, could truly become great. Pure greatness is still within this team. I don't know if Arteta is the one to take it out of these players, but he for sure has built an incredible squad so far, with Edu leaving as well to Nottingham Forest, I believe. I do wonder what's going to happen with Arsenal moving forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. If at any point in this video I was a bit tired or without the energy, I'm sick. And I've been trying my best to get through this. And I had a ton of fun in the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care and peace.